this is Kelvin's big moment. Kelvin is proposing to Emilia. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of our Sims 4 Joy of Life Legacy Challenge. We are here at our new home, which I'm going to give you a little tour of. So I did take a little bit of time to decorate the house, and I basically just used everything that we've had previously. I don't think I really had the money to buy too much new, so you'll probably recognize a lot of the objects that we have. So out here on the front patio, we have a few items that were in the yard before, including the little sort of cute table, candle, and that little decoration item. And then when you walk in here, you can see that we've got a nice big open living room. And I did adjust the lighting. So I actually removed a lot of the lights because there was like a ton and it was just way too bright for us. And I did paint because just Emilia generally tends to have this sort of like warmer vibe to a lot of her decor. So I gave the walls, it's still like a gray, but it's almost like a brownish gray. So it just feels a little bit warmer in here. Now in the kitchen, I just added a few little bits and bobs from our other house, including our kettle, and of course, all of Emilia's cookbooks and baking things. And then on the table here, there's some spinach I need to put in the fridge, but we've got the peaches, I think those are peaches and lemons and more cookbooks. And then we've got the mixer here. And then you'll remember this, of course, this object has been coming back and forth with us. There's a little bit of art that Joy did at school that I put on the wall. We've got a cute little plant up there. And then in our living area, you'll recognize a lot of the furniture that's here. One thing that did change is I have gotten us a second couch. It matches the couch that we were previously using, but it's a 3-seater. So now that we have a bigger living space, we can have a nice big open living room. And I did switch out the table. I kind of wanted the table to look like it's maybe built into the island a little bit. Oh, and I put 2 flowers there, but one of them is missing. And I did recolor the chairs so that they match a little bit better with kind of like the lighter table aesthetic. And so anyways, I think it's looking pretty cute. This is little baby Avery's room. So you'll recognize some of his nursery stuff. I did put up some curtains in the bedrooms, at least for now. He got this lamb rug that was previously in Joy's room, and he finally has his changing table in the bedroom. I also added this closet. So I added closets into all of the bedrooms. If this is his room, I believe that means this one is Joy's. So here is Joy's cute bedroom. I recolored things a little bit. I painted her walls and I sort of recolored everything to match. But it's still all the same furniture that she had before. We even brought these little heart curtains that she had. And she's got a wardrobe now as well, but she's still got all her same art on the walls and her cute little bed. And her desk is in the corner here. And then this should be the bathroom then. There we go. Yeah, so there's a bathroom here with a shower. And I did add some curtains here because the toilet's there. I actually did shift the bathrooms around a little bit because the way that the toilet was positioned in each room didn't really make sense to me. So I think it makes a little bit more sense now. And then here is the stand that was in our bathroom previously. And then if we come all the way across, this is the other bathroom. So this one does have a bathtub. Again, I painted and recolored the shower and I moved the toilet. So I kind of felt like it made a little bit more sense, but I didn't really have the budget to decorate in here other than add these bath mats. So hopefully at some point we'll have a little bit more money to do that. Here's our cute family photo above a little toy box. And then in here is Emilia and Kelvin's room. So we've got the same shelves that we've always had. We have a few of Emilia's photos on the wall. There's one of her ultrasounds. I actually don't remember which baby that one is for. I put up some curtains for them too. And then I put down the yoga mat. It looks like Joy came to do a little bit of yoga here. And then Kelvin, I don't know if you saw last time, but Kelvin did get this train set. So that is in his little bedside table for him. And then I gave them a cool looking wardrobe. And so that is their room. Then, of course, the backyard still has the planters. I did put a trash can out here because they didn't have one. There is one like in front of their house, but I wanted them to have one just in case. Like, I don't know if they knew that they could go all the way over there to take out the trash. Somebody left the vacuum out. But then here, so these are the stairs to the basement, but I did put the little desk area here. So Kelvin uses this, of course, to do some of his teaching stuff. So That is the clock that came with his career. I ended up selling the desk that he had. It was kind of bulky and I preferred the desk we already had. And then we can come on down into the basement, can we? I guess I have to do it like this, even though it looks scary up there. So these are the stairs into the basement. There were some doors missing down here, so I did add a door too. This is an empty room. It could potentially be a guest room or a kid's bedroom if we end up expanding our family. We've got our laundry room down here. I just realized that all the lights are off, so it's pretty dark. And then I put some toys down here, and we had this extra console. I'm not too sure why. So I was thinking down here could be a little bit of a rec room when we get some money. And there's a little space here that could potentially like be another bathroom if we want to at some point. But we don't really have the money to do too much down here yet. So there's just a few toys. But at some point, I think that will be a really fun space for the kids. So yeah, that is the tour. Emilia is making a little bit of breakfast, and Joy, I think, is, I don't know, she's kind of all good to go for school, so she's just hanging out. And Kelvin is getting himself ready for a day of work. Now, with Kelvin, one thing that I noticed is that he got this early midlife crisis. Life seems to be passing Kelvin by these days. It's the same thing day in and day out with nothing to really show for it. It might be time for a change. So I mean, that doesn't sound too good. He's going through a bit of a hard time, I guess. And he's maybe a little bit tired in his career. But I don't know why he would think his life is sort of the same thing day after day when they've just had a child, they've just moved homes. So if this is not adding excitement to his life, I'm a little unsure of what would. But I actually haven't had a sim have a midlife crisis yet. But I think that maybe there's some stuff that we can do to help him. And I don't know if it comes up in WIMS. And he's still not even close to becoming a full adult. So I feel like he's really having an early midlife crisis. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I think that there's stuff that comes up about the midlife crisis that we can do maybe to try and help him. But I don't know where those are. So anyways, we'll figure that one out. But he's off to work. And Emilia's home for the day. She's feeling a little bit dazed. Now, somebody did mention to take water when she's feeling this way, and it should help with her diabetes. And because Kelvin is at work, I don't want him to stress himself out too much. Maybe we can schmooze with boss just a little bit, just for a little while. And then Joy is feeling very confident. So maybe it would be a good time for her to make friends. I keep having her make friends at school, but so far all she's met is Juliet. So hopefully Juliet is somebody that we can become better friends with because she seems to be the only child that Joy is getting to know. And Joy is quite social, so I do think she likes having friends. For now, it is just Emilia and Avery at home. So we're probably going to be focusing on working on some of Avery's milestones if we can. But also, the other thing that we want to do, of course, is we want to try and do a little bit of baking so that we can make a bit of money because now that we are here in this house, I think our bills are going to be more expensive and we still have our loan to pay off. So we have to make sure that we are bringing in quite a bit of money. Oh, Avery is up and he's sad and he's feeling gassy. Okay, so her blood sugar did lower a little bit from the water because usually when we check this, it's like at 99 or something. So it does help, but it didn't help her to get all the way down. So we'll just take a little bit of insulin just to help us get to where we should be. Maybe before we put him down, we can do a little bit of tummy time. Look at his face. Why is he looking evil? Not sure why he's giving his mom that look. Kind of funny. But yeah, let's do a little bit of tummy time. It would be great if he got his sit-up milestone so that then we could feed him in the high chair. I do think Avery's room needs a little bit of decoration too. So when we get our money up, we'll definitely make sure to do that. Like Joy's room's looking pretty cute. I think she's kind of got all the decoration that she needs for now as a child. But I don't know, Avery's walls are looking a little bare to me. So we want to make sure we put some fun things in here for him. Especially like once he becomes a toddler too, maybe we can put some more toys in a bookshelf and stuff. And that'll sort of help fill the space a little bit. There we go. And he got his creep milestone using his little arms. Avery successfully held his weight on all fours, a tricky step before he can learn to crawl. Now is a great time to practice crawling to take it a step further. Aw, so he's able to creep around on his fours, which is very, very cute. It will help him to get around a little bit. Oh my gosh, did he get the sit up milestone as well? Avery learned to sit up. Now he can experience more things life has to offer. Practice standing to work those leg muscles, use the high chair for the first time to explore baby foods, or scoot around to explore. With a new view of the world, Avery can now experience different levels of fun. There, now he's so much more mobile. Oh, we better make sure that there's like baby proofing on this door because stairs are a little bit scary. Am I able to do that? Apply baby proofing. There we go. Yeah. So he should not be able to crawl outside. We should probably do the same thing for the front door and the back door. I don't know if it's necessary for the doors to outside. No, it looks like you only do it on house doors. So he can't access this door. And that's just to keep him safe because we don't have anything in front of the stairs. So he could just tumble right down and that would not be good. Oh my gosh, first word milestone. Sul, sul, dag, dag, llama. Nobody can quite agree on which was said first, but make no mistake, Avery just started to speak his first words. Aw, good job. Oh my gosh. So cute. Look, he's getting so smart. He's learning these milestones quickly. I said, today we're going to do some milestones, and Avery was like, okay. And he's just given himself all of those big ones. First word, sitting up, scooting. He's just like, so close to crawling. We're just like speeding through these. And Joy's invited over a classmate. Oh, cute. Who has she invited over? Where are they? Where's the other kid? Hello, Kurt. Oh, he looks a little bit sad. Let's discuss his mood and see how he's feeling. He seems a little upset. And while Joy is doing this, I've actually set up the food table in the background. So Emilia's going to come and try and sell a little bit. And Kelvin is home, always making some interesting fashion choices at work. He has been promoted to a teaching assistant. He will now make an additional 6 millions per hour for a grand total of 44. He has also received the following bonus, 525, and the world is your oyster. Good job, Kelvin. Oh my goodness. Daniel wants to come and hang out. See, look, I knew this would happen. Like, he was not interested in Joy at all at first, but now that she's a child and she's kind of like become her own person and he's able to see that, no thanks to him, of course, because he hasn't helped one bit to raise her. But now that he sees her kind of like being an adult, well, not an adult, but being like her own person, all of a sudden he's interested and wants to be in her life. That is sus. But maybe if you fix our TV, I can look past it. Okay, good. Daniel is at least helping to clean up, so that's nice. Midlife crisis alert. Kelvin has hit the breaking point in life. He feels like his life hasn't been very successful thus far, and he wishes to change that starting now. On the plus side, Kelvin will gain a career performance bonus during this period. Check the aspiration panel for Kelvin's midlife crisis desires and complete them to decrease the duration of the midlife crisis. Desires are optional and are replaced with a new one when completed. Okay, see, this is what I thought happened. All right, so we've got desire for success. He wants to put money into a vault. Okay. He wants to hire a professional service. Kelvin wants to be waited on hand and foot. That's what it means to be rich, right? Hire a maid, gardener, or other professional service. Okay. He wants to reach level 2 in the business career and negotiate a promotion. Does he want to switch careers? Because we can definitely do that. Also, we can totally hire a repair service right now. I mean, I feel for him. I do think he has a lot going for him, but maybe he's just feeling a little bit dead in his career because it is for success that he's looking for. And that's kind of taking over his mind. Like he's just so stuck on the fact that he hasn't been progressing in his career the way he thought, or maybe the career is not as fulfilling as he thought it would be. So that's kind of his focus rather than his family and this new house and everything that they've gotten. He can't even focus on that right now because he's just feeling so bad in his career. So I am going to have him just look. He's going to browse for a new job, I think. Synergy, efficiency, planfulness. If the mere sound of these industry buzzwords gets you buzzing, then a career in business might just be the right fit for you. Career branches, management, and investor. All right. This is a big decision. He's moving from teaching career, which is a very different vibe from the business career. Should Kelvin switch activities to mailroom technician, he will quit his current position of teaching assistant upon accepting to do a new activity. You know, I can see he's only gone to teaching assistant so far. Like he hasn't even run his own classroom yet. And he's been in this job a little while. You know, he's got kids. They've kind of grown a little bit older. Oh my gosh, he looks cute in his new outfit though. How is he feeling? He's feeling flirty. Okay. Why don't we actually make a little dinner? We can make a bit of salad. And I guess Kelvin should maybe tell Emilia that he's gotten himself a new job. There you go. You two can have a nice, cute dinner together. Avery is in bed. Daniel is helping clean up. We did hire a service, which Kelvin is feeling good about. And then what else does he want to do? Oh, yeah. We have to get all the way up to level 2. So what does he need for his job? He needs to fill out some reports, and he does the work at 9 a.m. So I'm going to see if we can actually do that right away. I know actually, you know what? Let's make sure Emilia knows about the job, and maybe we can do a little bit of woohoo too, just to quickly get his fun up. I think maybe Kelvin would be thinking a little bit about taking the next step with Emilia. I think that is what's next for these two. So he's probably gone around shopping. He probably does have a ring, and I think he's been carrying it around with him for a while. He's just kind of been waiting for the perfect moment, but now that they're here in this new house and they're settled and they kind of have their family members, they've got Joy, they have Avery, and everyone is together and they have this new beautiful house, and hopefully this new job will help Kelvin to feel a little bit more confident. But it might be a good time for us to think about doing something for a proposal. So I think tomorrow, maybe we'll take these two on a date and see if Kelvin can sort of plan a little bit of a special outing with her, I think. But for now, we want to try and make sure that he is ready for his new job. So we're going to have him come over here and make sure that he does that. Even though it's late and I know he's a bit tired, he's going to try and just make sure he has a good start to his workday tomorrow. So let's make sure that he fills out those reports, and I will catch you all in the morning. Okay, so Kelvin's up. It looks like he's trying to manifest success at his new career. He's thinking about his job and he's thinking about money. So I also hope those things for you, Kelvin. I'm wishing you the best. So let's make sure that he gets himself ready. The other thing that I saw is that it's night on the town today, which actually works out perfectly if we want to do a proposal. If we want to take these two out for like a fun night and then we want them to have a cute proposal. I love the fact that it will be free. Emilia made a lot of money selling her baked goods yesterday, but again, I don't know how much our bills are going to be at this house, so I do think we need to sort of be prepared for anything. And Kelvin is off for his first day of work. Good luck, Kelvin. I hope it goes well. Make lots of new friends. Make sure you impress the boss. I'm sure he will. Since he's feeling confident, maybe he can schmooze his boss for just a little bit. I have to keep an eye just to make sure he doesn't do that for too long. And then maybe we can do some club meetings with Joy. So increases fun, social skills, responsibility, and conflict resolution. Oh, and Avery is a picky eater. Avery is very particular about food. Infants with a picky eater quirk are more likely to reject feedings unless they're hungry. They also aren't likely to finish their food unless they love it, regardless of how hungry they are. And then Kelvin reaches into his desk drawer to get a stapler, only to discover that someone has encased it in jelly. Will Kelvin retaliate and win his own prank, or ignore it and go find another stapler? Ooh, I don't know. This is tough. He's the new guy, so maybe they're sort of hazing it a little bit. So maybe he could ignore it and just go on with his day. Or maybe it's part of like office camaraderie and maybe he should retaliate just to kind of start a fun sort of office war. Let's do retaliate and just kind of, I hope this is the right thing. Kelvin knows exactly who did this and what to do about it. Tomorrow morning, the jelly prankster's dress is going to be plastered in llama pictures. It doesn't look like that helped or hurt us, so that's not bad. And hopefully that is something that can kind of just help him, build a little bit of bond a little bit with his coworkers. For Emilia, I think she knows that Kelvin wants to take her on a date tonight. So she would maybe try on some of her outfits and try to pick what it is that she wants to wear. They haven't gone out since Avery was born, at least. Yeah, no, I don't think they've gone on a date since Avery was born. So I think that she wants to take a little bit of extra time to get herself ready tonight and make sure that she's looking cute. So she's going to try on all her outfits and try to figure out, maybe not the sweatpants. She's going to try and figure out what she thinks would look best for her. She's thinking, oh, pajamas, maybe. Oh my gosh, her hospital gown. Oh, that's a cute outfit. Again, more sweatpants. Oh my gosh, that was a cute outfit too, the one right before that. What is she going to land on? This one? Are you sure, Emilia? We saw some pretty cute ones. Do we want our formal wear? Her formal wear, like she looks really good in it. And we actually haven't worn it yet for anything. Let's go freshen up. There, she's going to make sure that she looks nice. She looks really good. And Kelvin is home. How did his workday go? Oh my gosh, he was promoted to an office assistant. Kelvin has been promoted to office assistant. He will now make an additional 6 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 26 per hour. He has also received the following bonus: 130 desk nameplate, which is stolen. Okay. New clothes, and he can make fun of corporate goons. Okay, good for him. Has this helped him a little bit? Yeah. So he wants to purchase 3 expensive paintings. Nothing below 1,000, sir. Sir, nothing below $1,000. He wants to spend $3,000 on art. I don't think we can do anything like that. But maybe we can negotiate a promotion over the weekend. But I think that maybe it's night on the town. Him and Emilia, they really wanted to do something special. So maybe he can change into a nice outfit as well. There we go. And he can come over and say hi to Emilia. Maybe give her a little bit of a kiss. You can tell her that she looks good for sure. And then, he's going to be like, all right, let's head out. I have a fun evening planned for us. I hope you're ready. You look really good. Oh my goodness, look at them kiss. It's going to be so much fun. The kids are going to be okay. We haven't left them alone in a while, but we gave the babysitter money for pizza, so they're going to have a good time. So let's go ahead and ask Emilia on a date. All right, so we have arrived at the restaurant. Here it is. It's very, very cute and fancy, and it's supposed to have some very good food too. So Kelvin's just going in. I'm sure, of course, he made a reservation. So he's just heading inside to grab a table for the two of them. Emilia's going to come inside as well. They're both feeling very flirty, which is good. And so let's try and make this a special night for them, and hopefully they will have a good time. And who knows how the night will end. Let's see if all goes according to Kelvin's plan. All right, so these two have their table. Let's just do a little bit of flirting. Kelvin will be like, I hope you like it here. And then maybe we can tell a funny story from his new job. Maybe you can talk about the pranks that happened today and how he got his coworker back. And also we can use his new joke, make fun of corporate goons. And then maybe Emilia can make a joke back to him. Oh, she wants to blow him a kiss. That's so cute. Aw. I love when they blow each other kisses when they're on a date. It's so adorable. And then let's also make sure that we order some food. So it looks like this soft shadow avornalio is the chef's choice. So, we can pretend like they ordered a bottle. And then here we can see that they have got all sort of like experimental foods. I think maybe we'll start off with some charcuterie. Oh my gosh, and they're being silly. And then maybe we can have some deep conversation. Maybe Emilia would start off the deep conversation and just tell Kelvin how proud she is that, he's been a teacher for a while, but he wasn't happy in his career. And it can be tough. Like, even though he wasn't happy and maybe he wasn't as far into his career as he was hoping he'd be at this point, he still had gotten a few promotions and climbed the career ladder quite a bit. And he had trained to become a teacher. He probably went to school for it. So it can be quite scary and intimidating to switch fields like that. So I think that she'd be like, I know that you were really unhappy before, but how does it feel now that you've made this switch? Like, I'm so proud of you. I don't know how you managed to do it. And I do think Kelvin would also be sort of like, what do you think of the new house? And doesn't it really feel like we're settling down as a family now? And he would kind of be implying, maybe a little bit like hinting at, I'm sure that they've talked about marriage and stuff like that. I think they've just been so busy. Emilia with her bakery, And then both of them with getting used to being a family. Kelvin had to adapt to being a dad quite quickly because Emilia already had Joy. And then they became pregnant with Avery as well fairly soon after he moved in. So all of those changes have been happening and they haven't had really time to think about something like an engagement. And we're already at a gold date and we haven't even gotten the food yet. So yeah, he's definitely really trying to kind of hint at the idea of marriage. Maybe we can ask about relationship goals and Emilia can maybe do the same with him. She'll be like, well, what are your relationship goals? So she says, I'm looking for a serious relationship. Ooh la la. After being swept off his feet by Emilia's flirty advances, Kelvin feels like the birds are singing a bit sweeter and the sun is shining a bit brighter. How romantic. Would you say that Kelvin likes flirtation? Yes, I think so. And let's ask Kelvin about his relationship goals as well. I'm looking for a serious relationship. So they're both looking for a serious relationship. I mean, I think they've known this. They should know before this point anyways, but nothing wrong with just, double checking and checking in with each other. It's always better to ask a lot of questions and check in on your partner than it is to just assume. They're so cute. What I do want to know is, where's their food? I feel like we've been waiting here a while. Emilia's checking her phone. She's like, it's 10 p.m. We ordered at 7. I don't actually know what time we ordered at, but I feel like it's been a little while. So, all right. Well, we've had a legendary date. I mean, we might not have gotten food on it, but the company was so great. These two still had the absolute best time. And it looks like Kelvin got a sentiment. Adoring. Kelvin just wants the best for Emilia and thinks she's so wonderful. That's so cute. And they also are both feeling smitten, which is really cute now. I'm going to go ahead and assume we're not going to be getting our food. So I'm just going to help us out here a little bit. So they're just gazing into each other's eyes and they're going to have a cute little moment after their delicious meal and just have a little bit of an intimate kiss. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Aw, look at them. And then this is Kelvin's big moment. Kelvin is proposing to Emilia. Look, he's like, Emilia, would you be my wife? She's so surprised. Oh my gosh, she said yes. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, that's so cute. She can't believe it. She's so happy. Wow. What? Wow, that's a nice ring. Look, he's putting it on her, sliding it on her finger. Aw, that's so cute. I think Emilia would want to give him a very, very romantic kiss after that proposal. So let's go in here and let's do a steamy kiss. There we go. So I think Emilia is very, very happy with that. I think she's really, really excited to finally officially be engaged. They're both engaged. And I think that they are really, really happy. Look at them. What is this? Engaged. These Sims are engaged to be wed. Save the date. And Kelvin also, he's very excited. Excited for his engagement. Also excited from having had a successful holiday. And so, yeah, I think that's where we're going to end the part here with these two just chatting and planning the future together, which of course, they have been doing all this time. But now that they're officially engaged, I think it's probably got to be a different feeling. So they're going to be talking about what they want to do for their wedding, where they're going to get married, who they're going to invite. So I hope you all enjoyed the episode. I also hope you love their new house. I think it's super cute and I'm really excited for us to start decorating it a little bit more now that we have a bigger space so we can kind of spruce it up and make it feel more homey and everything. And let me know if you have any ideas for these two, how we should do their wedding. Do you think that they're the type of Sims that would want to have a wedding in their backyard? Do you think they're the types of Sims that would want a church wedding? Or are they maybe more of like a destination wedding type of couple? So please let me know your thoughts, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. Bye.